said this on my IG story the other day. I was like, I was out with my ex-girlfriend and I was always in my phone, bro.
Yeah.
To her, it's dinner with a
Yeah,
guy
yeah,
that
yeah.
she likes,
Yeah.
that she admires.
Yeah.
And to me, it's like, all right, cool, well, we're just out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I'm looking at my phone, I'm messaging that man. Like, you get me? Like every 5 minutes, I'm picking up the phone. But do you know that was to her? He has no manners.
Yeah, he just...
It takes over.
Yeah, of course it does.
Bro, it's mad.
But I feel like anything worth having in life takes over.
Yeah, of course.
That's what.
But
Exactly.
at the same time, you are also what you converse.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. And so like in the end of the day, like it's like when you're in a relationship the whole time and that is now your life. So what you used to do before the relationship was you completely forget. So
Yeah.
when all you do is eat, sleep and shit, like all business and everything, that's all you actually, whatever. It's like hanging around with the same man them and always having the same conversation. Now your brain gets smaller, or furthermore it changes, and that's all it actually knows now. It forgets how to speak the way you used to speak. It forgets how to do the math that you used to. You understand what I'm trying to say? And that's how it all works.
Calculating other equations now, not the usual equations.
And that, but again, as I said to myself, like when I was in that space, I think that's the best thing for me in that relationship was that I realized to her I wasn't a good boyfriend to her in that space.
Yeah.
What she needed from me wasn't what I was able to give.
Yeah. I get you. I understand what you're saying, but you know what it is? As you said, as I said before, you need to remember yourself.
Yeah.
And that's it. And you need to remember the people that you're around at that moment, and you need to remember exactly what the situation is at that moment. So, as I said, like, I go to certain places and I relax, and then I remember to myself that, hold on, you're in the hood, and outside this door is brothers that may or may not like you. So, cool, as comfortable as you can be in this house, also be vigilant. So even when you're with a woman, you got to understand to yourself, yeah, of course, business all the time and everything, but let me switch off until basically, do you understand what I'm saying? And that's it. And that's just how it goes sometimes. Like you have to, bruv. Like there are so many sides of yourself that you have to remember how to show, because we remember it when we see a white person and we're in a meeting with that person, we remember ourselves right there and then. You know what I'm trying to say? We remember that like we can't, all right, cool, he's not from where I'm from. I can't speak to him the way that I speak to the man them. So really, why can't remember it in those kind of situations there as well?
Yeah.
Is it that situation is not as important? Is it that we take it for granted and basically, you know, you'll get it. You're not going nowhere. Or is it, do you understand what I'm trying to say?
But how's that for you then, man? Like, I know you kind of touched on it, but like your missus didn't necessarily, I mean, she loves you for you, innit? But in your dreams is your dreams, so.
All right. My missus is doing what she's doing. She's chasing her career, blah, blah, sick. Like, the time she wants to speak about it, we'll speak about it. I have no idea what she's talking about, because obviously, like, that's her field. Same if I talk about whatever, she might not know what I'm talking about, because that's my field. Of course, she's gonna let me talk about it. I'm gonna let her talk about it and everything. But in the end, like I don't need a woman who's basically completely understanding everything, because I should also be a man who should be able to schedule stuff properly. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Because this is a whole life, innit? Like, so if she's in my life and I'm meant to spend time with her, but I'm also meant to be at work, and I can understand when she goes to work from 9 till 5, and any time before or after that, or on the days that she's got off that she hasn't scheduled anything is meant to be my time, then why can't I understand that as well? You get what I'm trying to say? Because none of us are supposed to work 365. Like that's not a real thing. You know what I'm trying to say? That's not a real thing. Like 365, 24/7. It's not a real thing. You know what I'm trying to say? That's not it. Because if you're working like if you're working when you're meant to break, then that means you don't get new perspective. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, and that's the most important thing. Like I've had opportunities brought to me. I've understood the opportunity. I've taken a break, gone and spent time with my missus thought about the opportunity 2 days later and understood it completely different because I had those conversations with my missus. Didn't have to even be about the situation. You get what I'm trying to say? So I'm saying like I don't need my missus to like fully get what I'm doing and fully be like, oh yeah, like, oh, you got to do a work thing, then cool, blah, blah, blow off dinner for this and so and so.
Let me throw a span into the works. Yeah?
Go on.
There are women who, for example, we spoke about the mortgage thing, bro, right?
Yeah.
Someone could argue and say, well, actually, no, that's not going to make sense because you're still providing for your family. Like, you're doing work to make sure that I'm not solely reliant on music, right?
But if you are...
But there are some men out there who is like, it's only music or it's the roads. And when you're kind of getting into the music, you have to slow down the road. So now now this is my thing and I've maintained it. When I was doing my space from no longer being an accountant to chasing my dream, I said no, gal. Because at that point there, my mentality, and maybe it's wrong, maybe it's insecurities, probably is, bro. I said, I can't have a woman rolling with me and she's expecting me to win, and I can't guarantee her to win. Because she may be with me for 3 years, and you know what a woman's school's gonna say? I gave you 3 years of my life, we ain't married, we ain't got no kids, and you fucked off somewhere else, bro. Like, I said to myself, I didn't wanna do that, or have a woman on that, or have her feel like what the choice that I've made is impacting her.
That's it. You made the decision to make sure that it only affects you and not affects nobody else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is selfish, but at the same time,
it's not selfish.
But I'm saying it's selfish because in terms of like, it was just for me. But again, it's for me feeling like I didn't have the courage to trust a woman.
Yeah.
That maybe she would have been okay with that.
Or maybe she might have just been...
But
it's the not knowing that kills you, innit?
Yeah, bro.
Everything today is about the not knowing.
Yeah.
So
the unknown, bro.
So the not knowing, or like you said, whether you're going to guarantee this win or not, and then having to... So it's like, how can I put it? It's like telling someone, look, I'm going somewhere. I don't know where I'm going, but we send you on a roll.
This is it, bro. This is it. And then culturally, Niger boy, oh yeah, what does your boyfriend do? Well, he shoots videos. He's a camp. What? Nah, G, like, because I didn't have any of them questions when I was an accountant. Bro. Oh my gosh, bro. Keep not like...
Because you see, coach, like, they don't understand it. Not a lot of people actually get what we're building here. Or what this is. They don't understand it to a certain level. Like you see what I'm saying? Like you said,
bro, look like, for example, like Faces on the other camera. 21, went uni. Like, he's like younger than all of us here. Yeah? But what he's building at his age, he's still got pressures onto your auntie, like, what were you saying? And you're only like 21, bro.
Of course.
So can you imagine, bro, that's 21, like, bro, you're not... What are you doing? Like...
Yeah, but time's running out. That's the problem, innit?
But it's like, bro, it's a pressure where it's almost like, man, them ain't sleeping right, ain't eating right. It's like we're feeling we have to go so hard in.
Yeah.
Which is why when man should be out to dinner, I'm looking at my phone like, yo, have I missed this deal? It's like we said, bro, if I missed this deal, have I missed this opportunity?
And that's it.
Bro.
But that's where the balance comes in. Like, you see that? All right. Let's say your missus just had a baby. Yeah? Something went wrong in the delivering, but the baby's fine, whatever, but it's messed up your missus' stuff. Yeah, the doctor says, all right, cool. You can have sex, but it's best you don't for the next 4 months, but you can. She chooses not to because it's gonna hurt her, yeah? Or it might hurt her. She don't wanna find out. It's affecting you now. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? It's affecting you now. She's made the decision
for two people.
Yeah. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? And that's exactly what, like, you having a woman and choosing to chase what you're doing.
Yeah, you're thinking for
Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Where if your missus said to you, all right, cool, I'll make a compromise. We're not gonna have sex because I'm gonna make sure I heal up properly, but I'll do other sexual stuff to make sure that blah, blah. Yeah? You're gonna be cool with that. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Because she's made a decision for two, but at the same time, she's thought of you. And do you understand what I'm trying to say? And so in the end, like, when as I said, when you're chasing your dream, you have to understand to yourself, all right, cool, like, she's not asking you to get the 50 grand salary a year or the 70. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? She's asking you to do enough to take the pressure off of her yeah, like take all the pressures off of her. Not all of them, but some of it off. You know what I'm saying? Some of it off her, a good balance. Have her back, because that's what it is. It's having her back a bit and everything, and do what you're doing as well.
Yeah.
And that's the whole, because in the end, it's not about, no one's saying, like, it's like you said, face, yeah, all right, cool. No one's asked you to go and get a full-time, all right, they probably are. But, yeah, but you understand what I'm saying? But if you do a part-time thing, no one can complain, because at the end of the day, you're doing this and that. Yeah. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So now you're making sure there's options for the future, but you're also chasing your dream to make sure your options are available as well. You know what I'm trying to say? And that's what it is, isn't it?
And I've never been someone to advise someone. I'm someone who's very big, like very keen on hard work and chasing dreams and like fulfilling goals, and do you know what I'm saying? But I've never been someone to make I would never advise you to chase your goals without a reality.
Yeah, of course.
You need a reality.
Of course, you need a reality.
But you know, that's where almost like the meme culture has made people think like there's
no reality, though.
Yeah, of
there's
course.
no consequential thinking. So like for me, it's like I'll say to people like, bro, there's always, I call it the trade-off. You want to do this? That may have to go, bro.
Yeah.
Like and although we say balance, there's a thing where it's like bro, even you told me, so like, yo, I'm gonna do a job that allows me to have
time.
By the time it's 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, I'm done.
Yeah, that's it.
I've earned my money. I've got time to go to my meeting.
That's it.
I've done this and that. But you've made that choice.
Yeah.
Get me? Like in line with the fact that I have responsibilities of a wife and child and children.
Yeah.
Can't be selfish.
Yeah, of course.
But a man who doesn't have that, who like someone like me, I'm just thinking like, bruv, well, if I'm cool with it.
Like you said, single life.
Yeah. She get me that, but then you're next to the woman. It's like
No.
she's like, nah, that ain't like.
That's not how it goes.
Yeah, you need to pattern
That's how it goes. From as I said, from when you make a decision to be a two-person thing, then you gotta make. That's it.
Yeah,
that's how it goes.
And I think that for me, I knew like when we broke up, that was one of the things that like I made decisions that she wasn't
involved in, and affected her as well.
Go. And
that's
you
it.
made decisions based off solely how you felt.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, which is the right thing to do as a young man.
Of course.
You're not thinking of...
Because the funniest thing is that, like, when you really think about it, like, everything you do in life is okay as long as it doesn't hurt no one else. You know that? You know that?
Until it does,
but it's the truth, though. You know what I'm saying? Because I always say, like, people are in relationships and they complain, oh, he's not... Like, he doesn't clean, he doesn't wash the dishes. And I say to people all the time, but that's not his problem, that's yours. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's not affecting you. Yeah, that he's not washing the dishes. Like, basically, he's gonna do it at his time. Yeah. If you've got a problem with it, then you do it. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, it's that simple. So you can do dish yourself, you can cook yourself, you can rear yourself, you can do all these things yourself. But the second that your missus buys a week's worth of shopping and goes out for a couple of hours, and comes back and there's a whole party in the house, and basically you've blah blah, and that week's worth of shopping, she's broke that week now. You've selfishly done something and said, you know what, there's a part. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, you have to think about both people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to think about both people, because there's consequences on her side now, not just your side. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? There's nothing that you can basically be doing later because you's broke as well. Do you understand? And that's the whole point. So in a relationship setting, bruv, you have to think of each other. But this is the thing, is that at what point as a man do we actually take on board that consideration? Because if you look at it, like, I got my house, she's got her house, she's got her job. Like, we're just spending time together, but we're not living with each other. I think when you live with each other, like, bro, when I go to my mum's house, she'll be like, you didn't take out the bins. I didn't think about it. Of course.
It's what she's looking at. About, you need to be more.
Yeah.
Did you? Did you put out? I'm like, I don't live here. But But as for her, that's what's important to her. And what I've realized with women is that when there's something important to them, when you disregard it, they take that. Or anyone, it's like, it's so personal. It's like, you're like, fam, like, I just didn't put down the toilet seat. Yeah, but
You wasn't
it's every time.
Of course.
It's every time.
Of course. No, it's not. It's not just expectation. It's at the end of the day, like you didn't think about them in the situation before you
didn't.
So in the end, a woman would actually buy you jeans because she thought of you. She saw the jeans and she thought of you. But basically, you saw that there was a bag. You said a bin bag and everything,
and you didn't think of
it was kind of heavy, and you live in a flat. Or do you understand what I'm saying? And basically, you didn't think to you didn't think to yourself, you know what? That might be a bit difficult for her to take outside. I'm here. I might as well quickly do that. Yeah, I'm trying to say, and that's how it's supposed to. You are supposed to be thinking of the person at the same time. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, as you said, expectations. People, because I don't allow people to have expectations of me. You're not allowed to. You are not allowed to have expectations of me because the only person who's allowed to expect anything of me is me. Yeah, that's how it goes. So if I didn't do something that you expect me to do, more for you. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? And me and my missus had this conversation. And she said, right, you know what? Apologies. Because when I expect my missus, like I don't walk into the house and expect there to be food. Bro, if there's no food, and I'll buy food or cook up the food for everybody. I can't be expecting there to be. I don't know what happened before she got in the house.
But bro, you know, it's routine is a thing that we all go by and how we've been raised, isn't it? So it's almost like expectations it's taught behavior.
Nah, not for me.
No, see, bro, you sound like you're really from the now, bro.
No, not for me.
No, bro, because I'm saying to you, bro, like, all right, expectations is, like I said, it's learnt behavior. So it's like I said before.
All right, cool. Yep.
Bro, you being from Peckham, yeah, you would know based on a taught behavior maybe from the elders, this is how we got to move, right? If someone's gonna be like, yo, Joe, like, bro, you're paying up the thing, you'd be like, what do you mean that, bro? Like, don't snap when we're in the ends. At a certain point, life is all about reference points. So within a relationship space, there's gonna be certain things where it's not demanded, but it's consideration as opposed to expectation. So it's like, did you consider that when I've come home today from a long day's work, that I don't want to talk for 2 hours? I'm talked out. Did you consider that, you know what, like, you cook something for you? What about, it's just consideration. And I think consideration first. And then when it doesn't happen, then that's the expectation. So it's almost
of course.
It's a stage. But I think you're right. Someone shouldn't necessarily have an expectation, but after a certain period of knowing you, they may be like, oh, you did that last week, but why not today? You know what I mean? And the answer you give, maybe I'm tired. But sometimes women don't even want to hear the expectation. The explanation is like,
of course not.
You just didn't do it.
Yeah.
And that's an argument in itself. And that's, for me, I found, I'll be like, yo, bro, I spent half of my time trying to explain things and it did not. Bro, I thought like, yeah, okay, listen, so like I was here for 12 hours, my battery, it didn't mean anything. Because it's how the feelings.
Yeah, of course. Whether or not you know it or not, you have to appreciate it. You know what I'm trying to say? Because this is all you know. And that's how it goes. So in the day, like, without the journey, like, how am I supposed to have understood everything that has been thrown at me? You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't understand, like, how hard certain things are and why they're that hard. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's still, you get a bunch of people, come on, look at everyone I know within the scene. And then you get fans saying, oh, like, why isn't that person doing this for that person or whatever? And without this journey of how hard it is and how much work you've got to put in and whatever, I could have came into the game tomorrow, not received all that support from these people and been thinking to myself, what's going on? Not understanding that they are working hard as well, hoping for, do you understand what I'm trying to say? And that's, so in the end, like, yeah, it's taught me everything that I need to know, and tomorrow will teach me more, and tomorrow, you know what I'm trying to say? That's all I do. I always try to learn a lesson. Yeah, that's it. I'm grateful, and I'm always trying to learn a lesson. I'm forever reflecting on the things that I've done, even if it's like how many years before. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get to a certain scenario and be like, oh, rah, I was here a couple of years ago, but I get it now. I can, you know what I'm saying? I can fully comprehend this, you know what I'm saying? That still is. You have to pay attention.
Bro, I think also, like, it sounds crazy again, but, bro, you've come from Peckham.
Come on, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
This is what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm grateful. Yeah, everything. That's what it is.
I've seen
everything.
Bro,
everything.
I watched you, man, grow. Like,
everything, bro. That's what I'm saying.
From the roads
to
the music to where we are now.
Yeah.
Like,
as proper men, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, men in a business. That's it. Yeah.
All the hurdles, and like, bruv, I would just say, like I'd say, if I was you sitting in that chair, I'd be able to literally say what you just said.
Yeah.
First things first, appreciate it, innit? All the lessons is taught.
That's it. Because man could have been a completely different place. See what I'm saying? That's it. You understand what I'm saying?
Coming where we're coming from, you heard all the stories.
That's it.
It went left for loads of people. So it's like, when it doesn't go left, and you're still curious, like you said, curiosity, innit? So sometimes you just have to sit back and be grateful.
Yeah, like, super grateful. The man's been in some serious situations where basically like, that could have been the end of, man.
Understand
the journey. I'm trying to say.
Understand the journey.
Sorry, bro, that's kind of like them type of things there. Like when you go into them situations, like, did you ever think you'd get out of it when it was like code red, peak, could have gone left?
All I could do is pray that out, didn't it? You know what I'm saying? Bro, I've been in hospital, like, you know what I'm saying, in hospital beds, like, looking at death.
Crazy.
You know what I'm trying to say? Just after finding out that my first son's mum was pregnant, hoping to myself that, like, am I even going to meet my kid? You know what I'm trying to say? So, like, I look at everything now, bruv. You know what I'm saying? I don't even live in the hood again, bruv. Like my oldest is a teenager and that, like, I get to see him becoming a great man. You know what I'm saying? Like, so in the end, as I said, all I can do is be grateful. And whenever I get into bad situations, I thank God for showing me you know what I'm saying, for showing me a new level. Showing me, you know what I'm saying, and giving me opportunities to actually be able to understand to myself, like, this isn't the worst it can get. Because man's been, you know what I'm trying to say, like I said, bruv, hospital, like,
look at, bro,
do you understand what I'm saying? It's mad, bruv. So, like, when it comes to little things like some idiot debt or some crap like that, I think, bruv, like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, that's dead, man. Like, man can go hard, bruv. You know what I'm saying?
Where we're coming from is deeper than that. Just opportunity to be able to even get out where we're coming from.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Blood is, man needs to be thankful for that. Because, like you said, cycle, innit?
Do you understand what I'm saying?
The same cycle's just kicked off again, you know? For a whole new set of bunch of kids.
Yeah, of course.
Like,
of course.
There's like 13, 14-year-olds are about to start that cycle that we've just potentially broken out.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Because it's mad, bruv. Like, I look at my life and I think that's like, man grew up in the middle of the madness, bruv.
Bro, I know.
Yeah,
bro.
not even knowing that it was the like, knowing that it was the madness, but not even understanding what it was. And I remember talking to my son when I first moved to where I moved to, and he said, my oldest, and he said to me, I said, do you like it, Ryan? He said, yeah, I really like it. It's so quiet. But he said, you know what I really like about it? He said, what's that? He said, you hardly hear any sirens. And I said, what do you mean? And he said, I clocked, you hardly hear any sirens and everything. He said, yeah, like it makes you feel safe. And bruv, at that moment, I never even noticed that majority of my life, I wasn't even safe, bruv.
Yeah. Because
you hear sirens, police, something's gonna happen. You hear sirens, ambulance, someone's been hurt. You hear sirens, fire brigade, do you understand what I'm trying to say? And I'm thinking, raw, like, and that moment there, I felt more grateful than anything, bro.
There's kids who was never going to be able to say that.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
There's kids who was never going to be able to notice the difference.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Simple as that. Like, my oldest, I've made him feel safe in life, bro. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, I can't even say that my mum tried. Of course she did. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, and it's just mad, bro. So yeah, I pray, I stay grateful, and I learn.
Amen.
I learn, bro. That's it.
That's one thing I will say, like, in closing, bro. You and your bros, man. It's funny, like it's
serious journey, innit?
But the thing is, like, sometimes, like, your bro will put out Bible passages, innit? And it's like, I'm thinking, like, what gigs? But it's like, bro, like, you guys all have like a deep faith that is like, man, them always think like, oh, they.
But I feel like, I'm sorry to cut you off, Amaru. But I feel like coming where we're coming from, there's a common faith, innit?
Yeah.
But we're just in a bad place.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
That's why we're at. That's why we're tearing at each other.
It's hard to see God when you're in a really bad place. That's what it is.
We're all coming from the same place, so there is a common faith. Don't get it twisted. But it's just hard to see that faith. when there's so much fuckery going on around.
Yeah, of course.
And that's when like 6 months have passed before the years even.
Yeah, of course.
We're like 2 months into the year. Do
you understand what I'm saying? Bro, it's hard to see God when you're in a really bad place. That's the reason why I try my hardest to always, like, when good things are happening, bruv, I pray, you know.
Of course.
Do you know one's there? First thing I say before I start saying to God, help me to blub, bro, I say thank you for everything, God. Thank you for, you know what I'm saying? Like, because at the end of the day, bruv, like I said, it could be a whole lot worse.
Come on.
We've been in you know what's there? We've all been in the worst situations ever, bruv. It's mad, bruv. As I said, pray, be grateful and learn.